slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Hey, Zoo! Hurry, hurry!
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Let's go!
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go, go. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The left side completion to Jones. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yo, go, go. Check 56. Here we go, here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hey, we got to get to the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Hey, check. Bravo. 50. It's our time. It's our time. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Mike 50. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On first down, Herbert. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Five.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
High 7.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Too little, cut. Let's go, Mike, 50.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, team 6.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got one. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, orbit.
To throw again. Herbert. Jones has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Smooth.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Yo, go, go.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Go. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't want to go.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 56. Mike's 56. Watch the run.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Man open. Here is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
91.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Bravo.
26 Mike. Check.
Go.
Check. 26 Mike. All day, dog. 26 Mike.
Get it.
2nd and 3. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A final shot before break. Herbert, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes our score 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the gun, Herbert looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing again, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Check nickel, nickel. Travel.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times.
The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and gets...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Nelson Aguilar. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Look at me, zipper!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
He's sick as the mic.
Hey, Sam off. Fair.
They run again with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Hey, Mike's 50. Oh, you got deep? 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. 3 bud.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a play fake here on first down. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Yeah.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 68 yards as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Let's go, P. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's get there.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56.
On third down, Herbert. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
90 smooth. Smooth.
56.
Now.
56 is the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
Hey, Charlie.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
5.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This complete to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Kill. 36. 36.
Yes.
Motion man. You got motion man right there. Mike,
Go.
You run.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check 26, check 26. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go. Hey, exit.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You must be getting tired.
Yeah.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation, so what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think you send a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage, and maybe an extra step or 2 back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. 56.
To throw again. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.